It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here is... This is Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Did you feel that energy? Did you hear that beat?
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Lucky that hook didn't score. Good counter punch. Left hook just missed. Catch and shoot. Punch, counter punch. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Nice job getting that punch through. Got out of the way, that right hook. That counter punch caught him clean. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, though, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Slick. You've done all that work all the way through camp, and now you're going to go back out there and lose.
Here we go for round 2. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye. They're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter punch is smart.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Halfway through the round, I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Alvarez in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
I like that round.
And there's the bell for round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself? Did you see that? Oh my word, Canelo just got clipped. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook won't score. Just missed with that jab. Incredible work rate. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Alvarez in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Every second, every...
On to the fourth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fiery fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
And he scores with the counter. Every time they they drop their guard, they get caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. How about Alvarez in that last round? What would... Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Those counter punches have to hurt. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. How are they still standing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter. They miss with the jab. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. How about Alvarez in that last round? Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Got complacent? Great round though. Relax.
Here we go in the 6th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Done with that counter shot. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Stamina is off the charts. Missing with the hook. A big heavy blow, and Saul is down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
There's a guy.
And there's the bell for round 7. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff it.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. Every time they throw a shot, they get counters. And that hook misses. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Big swing and a miss with the hook. The straight right just misses. Good counter punching. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two.
Round 8, and we're off again. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
The jab can't find a home. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Swing and a miss with that left hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision.
vision, nature of the beast. No collision in the cage. When you visit, get the leave in the distance and it's sacred. Set your expectations. Hope you made your reservations. Till I land and you face it. What you tasting? Advertise and displayed it. Not a heart that you made it. It's an art when I draw, you should save it. Download it on your playlist. Really hoping that you lose. I'm really hoping that you choose. They don't teach it like it's school.
Dolphins, stingrays, whales, oh my, and throw some boxers in there as well. We're underwater at the Atlantis. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's the incomparable Roy Jones Jr. 80 kilos bang on, 180 centimeters tall with a reach. It's Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, and undisputed. The Rock, Rocky Marciano, 201 pounds of pure terror. This man is an absolute machine.
This is going to be an intense stare-off before the fight starts.
So now let's go.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner,
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time. Marciano with one of the best right hands in boxing history. If he catches you flush, it's good night. That punch scores. He can't get out of the way of that straight. Those counter punches have to hurt. There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a building.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Perfect counter shot. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. A perfect counter lands. Which fighter will say no mas? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he was a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about it. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. The counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
And that hook misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a scoring blow. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter shot. That right hook catching air. Missing with the hook. Well done with that counter shot. That counter shot lands. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. The bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Left hook just missed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Beautiful counter punch. There's a counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Solid punch. The charts action from both of these fighters. How about that time counter shot? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Both men step back for just a moment. He's in there with a Hall of Famer, a legend.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Jab does not score. Nice counter shot. Caution being thrown to the wind. deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Time for the 5th round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. And he scores with the count. Marciano fighting to survive. He's never been knocked out. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
We need to turn this around halfway through.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen, now it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
There's the bell to start round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Is he going to punch himself out, though? That counter punch caught him clean. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Nice counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round? Here we go. It's round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming.
Nice exchange here from both men.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The old adage is, you can see here on the replay, a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
I need to see that again.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
It's that but ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on, you're getting back into this. You're better than this, kid. Go back at me. Great work, and move that.
There's the bell to start round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
The straight right just misses. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. It's Rocky Marciano who hits a counterpunch. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart. Smart, that is.